just finding right now. And after that, Zoe is going to show us the website, and I have a proper thank you for you then. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, bear with. Oh, found it. Okay. Taylor, from the American Midwest, now London-based writer, inaugural recipient of the UEA New Forms Award. Their collaborative poetry with composer Elita Fundecote, sorry, I probably butchered that, was part of Plastic Language, Peppermint Press, available on NTS Radio. A Barbican young poet currently finishing their first novel, starting a creative critical PhD at the University of Essex under Dr. Holly Pester in autumn. And they are going to show us a response from Rewild Mother and also puzzle and performance? Yeah, perfect.
I'm standing up and I'm walking over here. While I do that, if anyone wants to stand up and stretch, we've been sitting for a while. This is a real welcome space. We're having good spins. Okay, keep it going. I'm not bad. Okay. Keep it going. Hi everyone. Again, my name is Taylor and I'm a recovering child actor. Hi Taylor. The reason I bring that up is because originally I was going to have a friend, Teresa, here. Teresa just moved here from the US to start her MFA in acting. She's learning a lot about the UK. Today she learned the word freshers flu. So sadly she can't be here today with us. I wanted to bring her up here to try something. Instead, Anju, if you're alright to take one of the mics as well. I'm going to do something that I love to do best as an autistic person, which is oversharing while making no eye contact. Cool. So, Anju, you and I are going to be on a phone call. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Cool. Hey, Anju.
Hey, Taylor.
All right. Anju, it's just you and I in the space. There may be eyes on us, but we're here. And Anju, I also say, as an autistic person, I process like I have cow's stomach for brains, which means I might be digesting 4 things at a time. So at any point you just think, hold the phone, literally. Just, let's check in. Here we go. Anju, this piece centers around the telephone. So, when I was growing up in rural Michigan, there used to be this soda shop. Soda shops were like diners, and there used to be these phones, these rotary telephone cords, phones, on every table. And the design of them originally, before the digital age, was that we could call someone at a different table if we fancied them, if we wanted to chat. It was your call. Again, literally.
How old were you when you...
Good question, Anju. I was about 5.
That's very young.
Very young. They weren't working at the time. They were relics. But I always thought about them as a young relic. And something I'm going to talk about, Anju, I'm just going to give some content awareness. It's about intimacy. There's intimacy taken from me, but this, what I want to tell you about is object intimacy, finding intimacy. So for anyone who may be listening in, feel free to keep wriggling, moving about, or you can leave at any point. For about 4 years, Anju, I couldn't hug anyone. I tried everything, hypnotherapy, physical therapy, cuddle therapy, but hugs were just uncomfortable fabric against uncomfortable fabric.
And this is when you were an adult?
A little bit older, yeah. But something that held me together was the ability to call and use the telephone and hide quite literally in the closet, and wrap my finger around the rotary phones, around their cords. So this piece, which I am currently dreaming about, and dreaming about with you right now on the phone, involves about 12 participants sitting in that dream space of the Soda Shop Cafe with telephones. I would be outside the space looking in, but I would call someone. There'd be about 3 different poems going on at any given time. One, I would start and call someone, and maybe on a menu would be the continuation of that poem and the number for them to call to continue that poem. The other line might be a literal game of telephone, where I call and I read a passage to someone, and I just see where it evolves. The third bit is a little bit more playful, maybe more of a call and response, maybe more of a conversation. The idea of this Anju, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just wondering, can this be replicated with cell phones, or is it site-specific and it requires being
Really
in
good
this
question.
Midwestern diner?
So I don't want this to involve cell phones. I want this to have the actual feel of a rotary phone, of holding the phone, of feeling the phone against one's ear, and to have to physically dial someone across the space. Think about the Instagram series View from a Bridge, where someone's talking on a rotary phone.
I don't know that one.
Look it up, it aggravates the hell out of me. Because he was on the other end, and that matters. And that matters to be able to look across the space, share something vocal without that physical intimacy. It's very much a part of my neuroqueerness, and the poetry would be exploring that.
Did you ever prank call people on a landline when you were a kid?
I did,
And
yeah.
Is that something you thought about when you were thinking about this performance, like the intimacy with strangers?
You know, I think there are moments of surprise, and that would definitely be one of them. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Angie. I'm going to talk a little bit more to the rest of the space, but thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for calling me. It was really nice to hear your voice
Nice to
and
chat.
what's on your mind, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing your work with me.
Call anytime. Cool. All right. Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the pieces that inspire me. I'm really interested in how we physically alter ourselves. This stems from puzzle and performance in order to receive a piece. So there may be some slides that pop up now. One of them I'll start to talk about. This is Laurie Anderson. Is anyone familiar with Laurie Anderson? Yes. This is found at Mass MoCA in Western Massachusetts. That's my mom. And this is called the hand phone table. Laurie Anderson conceived of this as she was writing one night, frustrated, and she put her hands down against her ears, realizing that the bones against her cheeks could actually create the sound. So what one has to do in order to listen to Laurie Anderson's composition is put one's elbows in the grooves, put one's hands against their jaw, so that way the sound can travel up to their ears. And I think so much about our physical relationship to text, to music, and to performance. A big reason why I think about that is because I worked for many years as a scriptwriter, coming out of COVID lockdowns, receiving an autism diagnosis. I just realized that traditional theater spaces no longer worked for me. Go to the next slide. This is Benjamin Patterson. Is anyone familiar with Benjamin Patterson? Benjamin Patterson is a big part of the Fluxus movement. He was a double bassist. Black American double bassist, wanted to be a part of symphonies in a very segregated America, moved to Germany, started working with John Cage, now Jim Pike, and the Fluxus movement. What's on the right is called Paper Piece. Paper Piece is a composition, and it's a set of instructions on engaging with the paper, the page itself, and the sounds of the relationship of crumpling, tearing, ripping the page actually creates the composition. That's really informed and changed the way I think about my work. Go to the next slide. This is also Benjamin Patterson's puzzle poems. I think so much about the ways that we hold the page, the way that we engage with the page. I'm starting a PhD next week. Thank you. I don't know. Under the supervision of Holly Pastor at University of Essex and Professor Steve Waters at University of East Anglia, to write about my relationship to theater. I want to hold a book that holds the story of theater in the way that I can't really inhabit that space anymore. And it will be fractal. And once again, as we close, I just want to thank Marianne again for this space. It's changed how I approach my practice. It's turned me into an archivist as well. I actually now work as a Fluxus and Concrete Poetry archivist. Work with a lot of Benjamin Patterson, and I just encourage you to keep reconfiguring your own spaces and keep stretching. I'll move back here. It's another stretching opportunity. Thank you very much.